Hey guys, my name is Chaitanya Snoya and today we're gonna review the Ale95 ROM for Galaxy S4 I9500 version 5.1. First of all, we're just gonna go into settings, and you have the normal connection settings right over here. You have the sounds and notifications settings. You have the LED indicator settings. You can choose the notification content on the lock screen. You have the display settings, and you have the floating messages settings. You have the edge screen settings, and the edge lighting doesn't work, and let's turn it off. The people's edge do work, and it is not here right now. The app's edge work. The night lock doesn't work, and you can also change the edge screen position according to your needs, and you can also change the lock screen side. You can change it to left, and you also have the show edge screen handle on all screens or the home screen and lock screen only. Let's get out of it. And you also have the motion and gesture settings from the Galaxy S4. You have the application settings, and in that you have the application manager, you have the application permissions, the default applications, and you also have the wallpapers, which are from the Galaxy S6 I guess. And you have the themes, and you do need a Samsung account for these. And you have the lock screen settings. You have different security and lock screen settings. You have the swipe, pattern, pin, password, and none. And you can also show the information on the lock screen. You can show the owner's information, and you also have the unlock effects, quite a bit of them. You have the seasonal, you have the spring, you have tone skipping, the popping colors, and you also have the charging effects, which I don't use. You have the device security, which sees that if there is some malicious apps in your phone. And you also have the Find My Mobile. You have to have a Samsung account for that. And you can also enable installing applications from unknown sources. And you have the privacy and safety settings. You have the location settings. Let's turn it off. You have the private mode, which is nice. And let's put in a pin, and it's turned on now, and there's a notification for it. So we're just gonna go in the My Files, and as you can see, there's the private, and you can select any file, and you can go into more and click on move to private, and it is now in the private. And you can move it back to where it was, and that's the private mode. It needs the pin to open it up, and let's turn off the private mode. And you also have the easy mode right over here, and you have the accessibility settings, you have the hearing, visions, and I always turn on the flash notifications. You have the vision settings, in which you can set the font size. You also have the manipulation gestures, you have the grayscale mode, and you have the negative colors as well. And I don't think the grayscale is working, and let's turn it off. You have the color adjustments, and you also have the directional lock. It is a lock screen based off your directions. Let me give you a quick demonstration. Let's hide content, and let's go to the lock screen, and the device will unlock. So we're just gonna turn it off and go back. You also have the notification reminder, and you can set up many accounts in this ROM. And you have the backup and reset. You have the battery settings. You have the battery usage patterns, and you also have the power saving mode. And let's turn it off. And you also have the ultra power saving mode, which comes in very handy because it saves a lot of battery. And this is the ultra power saving mode. Let's turn up the brightness, and let's get out of it. So these are the applications. You can add more applications over here using the UPSM manager, and let's get out of it. And as you can see, the device is configuring right now, so it also shows the estimated usage time and the battery percentage here. You can also make phone calls. You have the messaging, the internet app here, and which is gonna wait for the device to configure itself. Let's get into settings once again, and now you have the storage settings, the accessory settings, date and time settings, and you have the about device. You have the software update in it, which is the OTA update app, and you also can see that the device name is Note 5 and the model number is from the Note 5 as well. The Android version is 5.1.1 and the kernel is Voltec kernel, and you can also see the kernel is permissive. And let's get into applications now, and this is the phone app from the Galaxy S6, and you also have the video call button right over here, and you have the contacts app from the Galaxy S6 as well. You have the People's Edge and the Apps Edge here from the Galaxy S6, and you have the messaging app from the Galaxy S6 as well, and you have the internet app, which does come with a secret mode now. You can turn on the secret mode, which is just like the incognito. And let's get into more applications, and you have the camera app. Looks just like the S6 one. You have the settings here, you have the HDR settings, you have the effects, and you have the flash settings, and you have the settings here. And when I'm going to the flash settings, it's showing that the device is too hot right now, but I don't really feel it that warm, but it is a little bit warm. And you have the modes here as well. Some of them doesn't work, and I've just put on the surround shot and the application just crashed. And there's a selfie camera as well. And there's the video recording button, and app People's Edge also shows up over here as well. And let's get out of it. So you also have the music app from the Galaxy S6 or the Galaxy S7, I guess. I've never really seen this application before, but it is a little bit different. And you have the video app, you have the calculator app from the Galaxy S6, you have the calculator app from the Galaxy S6 as well. And you can see that this is the retro mode, and you also have the My Files from the Galaxy S6, which also have the private mode in it. And let's get out of it. And you have the Smart Manager from the Galaxy S6 as well, and you can see that the RAM usage was 81% and it is now down to 64%. And you also have the S Planner, you have the S Health, which I don't use, and you have already seen the settings. You have the Play Store, you have the voice recorder, and you have the Air Command, which I don't use because it gets stuck sometime. And you also have the email app, you have the Google settings, you have the S Note application here, and sometime it does work, but other time it just doesn't. Let's get out of it. And you also have the write on PDF, and you have the S Voice, you have the Scrapbook, you have the Site Sync, which is used to sync between 2 or more devices. You can also sync with your computer or Samsung tablet and all. You have the Studio, you have the Viper for Android, which I chose in the installer. You have to choose if you want to install it. You also have the Expose Install, which you have to choose from the installer as well. And ROM does come with the briefing. And let's get into the widgets. You can set up the widgets. You have the themes again, and you have the screen grid, which you can change according to your needs. And you have the wallpaper settings right away as well, and get these different settings here. Let's turn off the NFC, the multi-window, the sync, and usually I only turn on the sound, Wi-Fi and power saving mode. And the last thing in this ROM is that the option key works as in recent apps key in this ROM. So let's close it all. As you can see, the ROM is very fluidic and really fast, but it does seem to get a little bit hot. I think that's it. The ROM is really fluidic and really nice, and I think that's it. Thanks for watching, guys.